Well, 1 year ago this week, the world was shocked by the shooting down of Malaysian Airlines flight MH17 over eastern Ukraine. Suspicions almost immediately fell on Russian-backed rebels, straining relations between Moscow and the West. Economic sanctions were ramped up by the EU, the US, Australia and other countries. But Vladimir Putin's hold on power is as firm as ever. The ABC's Hermant has this report from Moscow.
Nearly 1 year after the event that further chilled relations between the West and Russia, Moscow hardly looks like a city beaten down by sanctions. But beneath the gloss on the surface, the economic impact is being felt far and wide, including by these children with cerebral palsy. Donations for their foundation have dried up.
Large companies that were our sponsors stopped helping because they cut off their budgets for charity.
Not so long ago, 2 to 3 children a month were sent abroad for treatment they can't get in Russia. Now there's simply no money. For companies too, times are tough. This cable manufacturer boasts it can compete with the best in Europe, but orders have fallen sharply. Still, the owner says he can beat sanctions, and this new innovation, an electronic measuring device, is going to help him do it.
I know the Western mentality quite well. If something is profitable for them, they will take it despite any sanctions.
A visit to any supermarket reveals how Russia has adopted what's known as import substitution. Grapes no longer from Spain, but from South Africa. Cheese, not from France, but from Argentina. And even this, ribeye steaks that say they're from the Australian trade house, but they're from New Zealand, which is still trading with Russia.
Exact numbers are hard to pin down, but most Russians say food prices have at least doubled in the last year. Despite that, Vladimir Putin sits securely in the Kremlin, and neither he nor most Russians are likely to do much to commemorate the anniversary of the downing of Malaysia Airlines Flight 17.
That's because, this analyst says, most here either can't or don't want to believe Russia had anything to do with it.
People don't want to believe that that Russian authorities were guilty, or Russian military men, or it was a support of Russian military forces and so on. They're trying to forget.
The aftermath of MH17 has left its mark on Russia's economy, but so far, Vladimir Putin isn't paying the price. Hermant, ABC News, Moscow.